There's also that feeling of being connected and not being alone, because oftentimes when I'm in my mind, I feel like I have to figure it out all on my own. But when I'm relaxing into this feeling of being resourced by this beautiful, big, supportive energy out there, then I'm no longer feeling alone, right? I'm feeling,
Yes.
connected.
Welcome to Stories from Under the Piano. I'm Craig Addy, your host. I'm the musician who listens to the listener. This podcast offers a glimpse into the world of Under the Piano, an immersive musical experience I've been providing for 15 years. Over 1,000 people have discovered comfort, connection, and healing through these sessions lying under my grand piano. In each podcast episode, a guest shares a personal story, and I respond with a spontaneous piano piece that evokes the emotions and mood of their story. My mission is to connect, comfort, and inspire through the universal language of music. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Let's dive in. I am delighted to have Monika Becker here as my guest today. Hello, Monika.
Hey, Craig, and hi, everybody.
Yes, thanks for joining me. So
Thanks for
I'll let you
having
all...
me.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So I'll let you all know a little bit about Monika, and then we'll dive in. As the founder of Clear Directions Coaching, Monika finds her passion and fulfillment in the field of self-healing and transformational coaching and training. Monika serves her clients by supporting them in resolving their stubborn internal and external struggles so they may transform into the next best version of themselves and become more confident, intentional, and joyful as a result. Monika brings decades of experience as attentive listener, problem solver, teacher, and non-judgmental confidant to her work. She consistently applies a bring your whole self to work and life perspective because she is a firm believer that we can't live satisfying lives if we ignore any part of who we are. Besides being a coach, trainer, and self-healing facilitator, Monika is a 3 times published author, 1 Amazon bestseller, and an international speaker. Welcome, Monika. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
Nothing comes to mind right now. No, thank you so much. And thanks for the beautiful introduction.
Oh, thank you. And we've known each other for a while now. How many years is it?
15, I think. 15,
At least.
14, 15, yeah.
At least. Yeah, that sounds right, because I had just started under the piano when I first met you.
Yeah.
And you were just...
I started in 2009. I started my networking in 2009. So that's
exactly.
15 years
now.
Mm-hmm.
So we've both been on our respective journeys, kind of starting at the same time. Because you were just starting as a coach back then, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. In 2009, I hung up my shingles. And and then we had a couple of events together as well, right? So we collaborated in the endeavor.
Yes,
so
those were lovely.
Fun too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where do you live?
I live in North Vancouver, quite close to the forest, which is why I chose to move to North Vancouver, because I just love seeing the forest, but also hiking in it, and that's my haven.
Yes,
my nature around me.
Beautiful. I grew up in North Vancouver, so I know that life well. I miss it sometimes, but eventually I moved across the water to the city.
Yes.
But luckily I'm near the park, so I can still enjoy some nature.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You've got the water close by, which I need to walk very long or drive to see the water. But anyway, we'll all make our choices.
Yeah. And were you born in Canada?
No, I was not. No, I was born and raised in Germany and lived there for the first 4 decades of my life. And then I moved to Canada and have been living here for 22 years. So now that gives away my age, but that's quite all right. Yeah, no, it's all good. I love living here, and I still love going back to Germany. Actually, I have a trip coming up in about a month. And I'm very excited to go back to Germany and a couple of other European countries while I'm there.
I've been to Germany twice.
Right.
Once when I was 14. It was mostly southern Germany, I think, when I was 14. And then when I was in a choir in university, we did a a tour of Germany singing in beautiful churches and
Mm.
halls, and that was a real treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some beautiful old buildings for sure. I look forward to diving into that kind of environment and atmosphere.
Mm. Hmm. Okay, so what would you like to share about that we're going to turn into music today?
Yeah, actually, it's a recent experience that I had when I listened to a podcast run by Trish Marie. She is a soul inspired marketing coach, if you want to call it that. And had the pleasure of working with her for a few months earlier this year. And I listened to one of her recent podcast episodes, and something struck me and hit me quite deep when I heard it say, and it wasn't anything that was new to me, in that I had heard it many times put differently than how Trish expressed it, but somehow the way how she put it, it really hit me hard and well in my heart, in a positive way and in a beautiful way. And it's the concept of source, whether you call it source, God, the divine, whatever name you might give to the bigger energy that is out there and that I believe that we are supported by and coming from. The way how Trish positioned this source as being the only resource of everything in our life was just totally beautiful. Like, and the way she said it is something along the lines of, I am resourced uh, by the grace that flows from source, and that all of our supply comes from source, not from the material like our clients, our bank accounts, our partners, or our capacities, but it all goes down and comes up and is supported and actually is originating from in source.
Mm.
And somehow in the way how she expressed that, it really landed so well with me that I felt really like I remind myself daily of this. And the reason why it had such an impact on me is that I'm naturally a big thinker. I default to wanting to figure everything out with my logical mind. And it's a beautiful thing to have a strong logical mind. And it's just very limited. And so the way how Trish positioned the reminder that the resource of the source and the resource of everything is not our limited logical mind, but it's coming from the bigger source and energy out there. It just really, yeah, it just encompassed so much of the importance of me turning my attention inside rather than relying on external powers or energies and capacities, including my logical mind. So that's the story and the most recent experience that I've had that really has the power and has started to transform my life. It had a huge impact in how it landed with me. So
Mm.
so the nugget that I'm taking away from it is really the importance of turning my focus inside and relying on my inner source and my connection to the source and the origin of everything.
Wonderful. So I get to turn that into music somehow. And
I'm
so
curious.
what I listen for and look for is, first, what are the feelings that come up for you when you go into that space of source?
It's a feeling of relaxation and safety. So it's letting go of the struggle, letting go of the busyness and the frenziness of needing to figure things out. So there's a relaxation in there.
Mm.
There's a feeling of safety and being taken care of. So kind of like almost feeling nurtured and feeling that all is well. There's that
Yeah,
kind of emotion and the experience that comes with it.
beautiful. Anything else?
Um, there's also that feeling of being connected and not being alone, because oftentimes when I'm in my mind, I feel like I have to figure it out all on my own. But when I'm relaxing into this feeling of being resourced by this beautiful, big, supportive energy out there, then I'm no longer feeling alone. that I'm feeling,
Yes.
connected.
Beautiful. So
Mhm.
connected, safe,
Yeah, relaxation.
relaxed.
And also there's that feeling of um like all is well, and there is a solution for everything, right? It's all gonna fall into place if I only trust. So there's a component of trusting as well that I'm sensing.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, I think that gives me enough to work on.
Okay,
So
beautiful.
I'm going to switch over to the piano so people can see my hands, and
Mhm.
that will also mute you, so you don't need to worry
Okay.
about muting yourself.
Okay, good.
So here we go. How was that?
That was beautiful, Craig. I felt, yeah, that there was a lot of, somehow the left hand I felt was the strong, the solid undercurrent, but then there was that playfulness in the right hand and the higher notes, which felt really light and playful and in a way confident. And yeah, there was this beautiful mix of both that strength and the playfulness, and the I felt closer to the end there was, I could sense the sense of trust, and yeah, it was amazing. It was really
Oh,
beautiful.
great. Well, thank
Yeah.
you for such a lovely story. It's just kind of the perfect zone for me to play in.
Yeah, of course, of course. You
Definitely
need
one
the
of my happy
emotions, right?
places.
There you go. Well, it's
Yeah.
supposed to work for you too, right? You're supposed to
Yeah.
enjoy this.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there anything you want us to know about in terms of anything related to your business that's coming up or any passion projects you want to share with our listeners?
Thank you. Thanks for asking. So I will have a masterclass later in September. And because it's still far out, I haven't quite totally planned it yet. But if you in some way are connected with me on social media, so watch out for that. In the meantime, as always, and I've done that almost since the beginning of my business, I invite anybody who hasn't had the chance yet to have a meeting with me and who feels stuck in some sort in your life, work, or business, like you might feel overwhelmed, uncertain, and just not confident. And if you'd like to get a perspective from
Hmm.
somebody who has done lots of these conversations, I invite you to book a complimentary clarity session with me. It's about
Wonderful.
30 to 45 minutes. And so we can just book a call and help you move forward with a little bit greater clarity and confidence.
Wonderful. And where do they do that? I'll put it in the show notes.
Yes, perfect. So that would be best is to go to my website, which is cleardirections, the plural, .ca, and then a / and the word clarity. And that will take you to the webpage where you can fill out a short form with your name and contact details and just answer a few questions and then submit the form and I will get in touch with you.
Awesome. Well, Monica, thank you for coming and sharing your story and
Mhm.
participating in my podcast.
Yeah, of
I
course.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you for inviting me and for creating this beautiful piece of music around my story. I really appreciate it. It was beautiful.
Lovely. All right. Bye,
Okay,
everybody.
thank you. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Stories from Under the Piano. If you enjoyed this episode, I invite you to join my newsletter. Stay updated on the new episodes, exclusive content, and insights into the power of music. Sign up at craigaddy.com. Let's keep the music playing in your life.